moderator, and we appreciate her doing that for us. So once again, my name is Yvonne Gonzalez. I'm the media specialist at Middlewoods Elementary School, and I am so excited to show you guys this program, the software that I use for my media center sessions. And most importantly, I think if you are able to work with this program and present it to your teachers, they will be so grateful. I held a training for my teachers, and many of them are using it. So it is great. So basically, Padlet, what it does for you is it serves as a virtual board, and it is like having your smart board during the Big Blue Button. Big Blue Button is wonderful. You can chat, but there are many things that you would have to send students to do somewhere else. And even though this is somewhere else as well, the difference is that it's live. Everything happens there while you are teaching, and all the students are able to contribute with each other, not only chatting, but sharing things that they have that you ask them to do. And what we're going to do, the first part of the session, we're going to work as I am the teacher and you are the students in a classroom. So you're going to see how it works. And then after we experience that, I am going to take you from step number 1 to create your own Padlet. One thing that I want you to know beforehand, and you probably already know because many of you already signed up, is that you only have 3 Padlets free. That is what this is called, right? Every virtual board that you create is called a Padlet. So even though it says 3, it doesn't matter because you will be using 1. The way that I'm going to present it to you, you will only need 1. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to share with you a link. I'm gonna copy this link to my clipboard. And then I am going to share the link here in the chat room. So you're going to go ahead and click on that link. And then you're going to have access to my board, okay? So I started with the instructions. You can receive your students with anything on that board. But basically right now I am going to give you an example. If I were a classroom teacher and my first part of the Big Blue Button session is that I want to share with them a file for them to read, for example, a passage, I would have to put it up somewhere else and they would have to go and do that, but access that. But here they can have 2 different screens, one for the Padlet and one for the Big Blue Button. That's the way I'm operating now. And then what I would do, I just click here on this plus, or I can just click, double click on anywhere in the surface. I put a title for my post. In this case, I'm going to put, since you're my students, I'm going to put access the following passage. And then I'm going to go to the 3 dots and I am going to look for the file that I want to add for my students to read. This is the article. So right now I am sharing with my students the article that I want them to read. So right now during my Padlet, this is a Newsela article. So right now during my Big Blue Button, I can say, okay, go to the Padlet, access that article, and I'm going to give you 15 minutes to read it. Once you read it, I want you to come back. So you would do your timer, whatever you need to do. And then after that, the cool thing about it is that they can actually click on it and have the passage right there for them to read. Right? They can even download it if they need to. Okay? So once they finish and they come back, then you can start saying things like, okay, I would like you to give me what you think is the main idea of the passage. And this is just an example. It could be whatever you want. It could be in any content. So now I click on it. And I want you guys to hit where it says add comments and reply to me. You don't have to, since I know you didn't read it, so you can Oh, good that this happened. So right now we have Amanda who she typed I accessed the passage. I have other people that said anonymous. This is why it's very important that this first step is that they sign up with their Google accounts. So they need to sign up with their Google accounts in order to do that. This happened when, yes, very good. So this happened, for example, in my media center, and what I did was, okay, whoever typed and I read it, you need to log out and then come back in with your Google account. Once they create their Google account with their OCPS email, that's not going to be a problem, okay? And we're going to talk about profanity and all that in a little bit when I explain to you how to create your own Padlet. So now I can say this to you. I can say this to my students. Okay, so one of the things that I want you to do, I want you to access the passage, and I want you to look, do a search online for one of the funny creatures that we haven't read before. So for example, one of the ones that I found pretty funny is the name Agra. It's a type of beetle, and it's called Agra. They named it like that because it's an aggravation, right? So students can just double click, and that's what I wanted to do, double click anywhere. And then I'm gonna go, as I am a student, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna enter this link of something that I looked for, the aggravation beetle. I'm gonna paste it here because I had it from yesterday that I looked for it, and right here we have it. So students can do that. So you can either do a search or you can double click and just test it out. Put, I didn't find anything. I just want you to see how it looks when students post. You can do a search, or just for time purposes, just double click anywhere on the Padlet and type something. So you see how it starts being a stream. I'm gonna refresh here and see if anybody has posted anything. Uh-huh. All right. Another thing that you can do is have students, this could be a great tool for having students talk to each other, like the structures that we had in classrooms when we said, okay, talk to your shoulder partner about this and that. You can say, I would like this person, this person and this person. That's funny. This person and this person, you can assign students to respond to Amanda, and that could be one group working together. And you would read the initial post, and then you would read other people's posts. You can also have them, you can also have them like their posts. Like, as you can see, you can have them like each other's post. So basically, that is something, that is what you can do. I'm gonna now show you all the things that they can do. So basically, you go to the three dots. These are the most commonly used. So you have a link, you have Google, like pictures of Google, and also a snap from your camera if you have a camera. But these are all the things that they can upload to this Padlet. This is incredible. You can do the URL. You can pick any document. It could be a Word document. It could be a Word document. Searching images, a snap. Like, take a look at this. If I have them, it's math, and if they solve a problem and you want to see how they did it, they can take a snap. See my picture there? They can just use the notebook, take the snap, and then take a look at it. It gives me a counter. I look, and then you can save it, and it shows there. You can also do voice. You can capture an entire video with the camera. So if they want to show their work and show you how they did it, they can do that. For the ESOL students who might have a problem typing, they can answer with voice. They can record the screen, how they did it. This one is for the little ones, so this is something that they can share as well. So right there you have, this one is not showing. Let me see if I try. Oh, there you go. There it is. So right there you have it. So as soon as you click, double click, and if you show students how to make a Padlet, let's say it's a book report, and they create a Padlet about the book, they can share that with you as well here. So these are all the options that they have. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you like a minute or two to, no, not a minute or two, 2 to 3 minutes to play with the different things that you can post as a student on the Padlet. So go ahead and do that. And then while people work on that, I'm going to go ahead and answer questions. So you can go ahead and ask questions right now. You can post pictures, you can post, just play with it and create a post there so we can see. I'm refreshing to see if we have any new posts. That is a wonderful idea. Hi, Nancy. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and talk about moderation and moderating and how to filter for different things, how to close the Padlet so they don't have access after you teach. We're gonna talk about all that. I'm gonna give you around 2 more minutes so you can play and post so we can have different things. Aww, look at that little kitty. So in this case, since this person who posted the kitty says anonymous, you can say, okay, that is wonderful, but I need you to go out, sign in with Google, and then create it, and you can just delete that. In this case, we're not going to do that, but just telling you how to kind of like manage the whole Padlet situation as a classroom management, as it would be a classroom management situation. Yeah, today's Earth Day. Amazing, yes. Okay, so now that we have some of them, so as a teacher, now I would need to erase the board, right? I would need to erase the board because I want to continue using the same board every day, but I don't want to lose what I did today. So, and I also want this to be my evidence that I did my work that day. So what I do is that I go to share and take a look. This is wonderful. You go to share and then you save the whole Padlet, as a PDF. Here you decide how you want to do it, and then you go where it says publish to PDF. And right now, the paddle is being created. So now I have everything that I did during the day on a PDF. And what I do is that I save the PDF for today. This is what I do with my media center. I download it and I save it in a folder that says lessons, and I put the dates. I usually also have the dates. Well, even though it has like a timestamp right here, I also do the date over here. After I put our virtual board, I put the date right next to it. But you save it, and then once it's saved, I come back to my Padlet. Yes, yes, Nancy. It doesn't have to be necessarily in your desktop. What I do is that whatever I need to share, I have a folder on my desktop that says Padlet files I want to share, and then I have them by grade level. So it has a little bit of prep work if you want to share files. So then you click close, and then now I want to get my board ready for tomorrow. I go to the three dots and I go all the way down where it says clear all posts. And then I clear it and I am ready for tomorrow. And now, since I don't want students, because the lesson is over and I don't want students to go back to the board when I'm not around and do things that they're not supposed to, and I cannot be here all the time to see what they do, I go to my share button, and then when it says privacy, I put it completely private and I hit save. Now, if you want to go ahead and try to write on this Padlet, you won't be able to. All right, so I'm gonna just do a poll here and ask if this is something that you find value in for your teachers or for your media center if you're media specialists. As a media specialist, I found that it was so helpful because even though I have access to the Canvas for the entire school, it was a problem for me because I was like, I mean, I cannot moderate everything. I cannot look into, but here it's immediate. It's immediate what they do. So it's pretty amazing. All right. I have some people that have not voted, but that is okay. I'm going to go ahead and publish the results. Everybody said yes for this one. So now what I'm going to do is that I am going to go from when you're creating your own Padlet, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you what you need to do from the beginning. But before that, I would like to know if anyone has any questions before I go. Yeah, you don't, because this is my Padlet, Nancy. You are a student right now in my Padlet, but I am going to show you now how to have your own Padlet, and then we're going to go over all of those features. Yes. So if you have any questions right now, go ahead before I move on to the next part of the training of this Big Blue Button session where I explain to you how to create your own. Okay. No questions so far. You can also unmute yourself and ask the question with your microphone if that's okay with you. All right, so let's move on. So I'm gonna go ahead and open another window here, and I'm gonna go to Padlet. Now in this part, you can decide if you want to do as it's the same time that I do. I recommend that you first take a look at how things are done, and then I'm gonna give you time to practice and do one on your own, okay? So basically, look at this. So you're gonna go where it says make a Padlet. By default, no, I'm not gonna go to the default yet, but take a look at the different ways that your Padlet can look like. It could be a wall, so it's brick-like layout. You can do a canvas layout. It's scattered. It's a group and it connect content. This is the one that I was using today, the stream layout. You can also have a grid. You can also have a shelf. This could be awesome for a KWL chart. This is a back channel, so it's like a chat room type thing. It could be a map also, and people would comment in the different places. And also it could be even a timeline. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on stream again. So I'm gonna select this one. So by default, Padlet is pretty helpful, and by default they create one immediately. But it is not something that it's customized to what you might want. So it gives you a title, like a random title, and then a random description as well. So as a teacher, this is what I'm gonna work with. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go to the little gear that says modify. You're gonna click there, and these are the things, this is where you change the title and the description. So in this case, I could type here media center, right? And I put here our virtual board, or virtual board. The icon, right here, when you click on the icon, is going to give you emojis, or you can add your own. In this case, you can take a photo, or you can upload your own, or you can even make a drawing. In my case, I uploaded my own photo and I picked the file. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this file right here. And then this is super cool. And I think that the fact that you can customize your address for free is a good thing. So usually I type media, my virtual board is Meadowwoods Elementary School Media. It's gonna know, it's gonna say that it's taken, you see, because, oh, it did not. I think it's media. Let me see. So it might be media, Meadowwoods. All right. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but okay, it's not. It says that there are letters and number and underscore only up to 50 characters. So I'm not sure. It might be the fact that I already used that name, but you can customize that. Okay. The wallpaper, you click here and you can choose a solid color. You can choose a gradient. All right, or you can use a text and pattern. So this is the one that you saw today, but they have multiple different walls that you can use. Let's use the brick. You can also use pictures that they have for you there, okay? Or you can add your own again. So if you have something that you would like to be the background, you can do that. So once you finish the wallpaper, you're gonna go to the color scheme. You can choose between these two. You can choose the fonts. Hidden attribution, very important. Display author's name above each post. You want that to be on, okay? The new position for where the posts are gonna appear, if you want them to be at the top, the new ones, or last, you choose that. I usually like using the first choice. And then the comments. If you want students to comment on each other's posts, you go to comments, you turn it on. If you want reactions, it could be voting. It could be, voting, or they can give 1 to 5 stars, or give a grade, or like. I usually do the like. And then here, this is a very good feature for teachers, filter profanity. So it's going to replace bad words with nice emojis. So you can turn that on. And if you have students that you think might be a little tricky, you can require approval before everyone else sees it. So it can be approved. Then you're going to click save. So you can come back to this whenever you want to modify it. You can save it. And then you are ready to start using your Padlet. So the way that you share it, you're going to go to share. And then here, the privacy. Okay, so when you, by default, it's going to say visitors can write, but you can change that. By default is secret, which you might think that all secret, that means the students are not going to see it, but no. Secret means that it's hidden from anybody who doesn't have the link. So in this case, that is what you want. You want it to be secret. If it's public, anybody outside in the world can see it. You can also protect it with a password. Or in this case, if you don't want them to see it, this is what you choose when you want to close your board. Like, you're not going to be seeing what they post. You're gonna set it as private, and they cannot access it. So in this case, it's going to be secret, and visitor permissions. That means that they can write on it. So that is okay. Then you can generate a QR code. You can copy the link to a clipboard. You can embed it. You can email it. You can share it on Twitter, on Facebook. You can even share it in Google Classroom. And these are other things that you have. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and copy the link to the clipboard. And now I'm ready to come back to my big blue button and send it to you like I did the first one. So if you click on that, you'll be able to access my recently created Padlet. You can go ahead, click on it, and just type hello. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Amanda. So right there you have your Padlet. And then once I finish my lesson, everybody's seeing, everybody's interacting, and not only with typing, but also with pictures and videos and links and, you know, you name it. It's the possibilities are endless. Well, they're not endless, but it's pretty cool, all the things that they can do, as again, all of these choices. And then once they finish, you can even reminding you again that you can say, okay, McCall is going to work with Nancy together in McCall's post. So I want you to have a conversation about whatever you're talking about, and then you can go ahead and see how the conversation goes. So you can have a shoulder partner throughout your Big Blue Button session. So once again, my lesson finished, and now I'm going to go to share. I am going to download it as a PDF because I want to have evidence of what I did. A letter portrait I published to PDF. I have it there. I download it and save it. And then I come back to my board. I'm going to go to the three little dots and I'm going to clear all posts. So I have my board ready for tomorrow. And then before leaving the Big Blue Button, you go to share and you're going to go where it says change privacy and make it private so students cannot access it while you are not around. All right. So what I would love for you to do now is create your first Padlet. I'm going to give you 5 to 7 minutes to create your own Padlet. And then you guys are going to come back here and you're going to share your Padlet by double clicking and then going through the three dots. And it is linked to one of your other Padlets. So you would go there, or you can just go to the three dots and go where it says link any URL and give me your Padlet in that way. So you go to link and just post the link that generates it when you click share. Okay. So this is time for you to create your own Padlet. That way, when you finish the Big Blue Button session, you are ready to go and try it. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask them right now. Yes, you're going to use, Carissa, you are going to have your students sign up with their OCPS Google accounts. Let me show you here. Oh, I cleared it, but I believe I have, let me share. And if you want to, what you can do is, so you have it ready, download this image. So you have it ready for your students when you're using it. This has become my go-to every day when I do my read alouds. You know, for the 5th grade, 4th grade, at the end or during the read aloud, I give them access to that and they ask questions. Okay, Tori? Yes. Yeah, it is locked. Hold on. Yes, I'm so sorry. Let me go ahead and I forgot that. So I'm gonna go to share, change privacy. Hold on, because I created two. So maybe you're talking about this one. Yes, secret. Let's save that one. Doesn't matter. I have both, so you can type on any. Yes. How do I access your Padlet? I click on the three dots, but only see my Padlets. Yeah, you access my Padlet by the link that I shared. So I'm gonna share both. You can go ahead and do and type on any. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you this one. You can go on that one, Judy. And then the attribution, Tori, let me show you. For the attribution, you're gonna go to the gear. So you're gonna go to modify. And then at the very bottom, it says attribution posting, attribution display author name above each post. So you turn that on. It should be secrets when you have it, when you're with your students, because public means that anybody in the whole wide world can share it. But secret means that only the people who have the link can access it. Huh? Did you sign in with your OCPS Google account? So if I were you, you had an old account. So if I were you, I would go to the accounts and I would log out and then log back in with your Google account. As soon as you have your Padlet ready, I didn't get to change the, as soon as you have as soon as you have your Padlet ready, you can go on either of the Padlets that I created, either the one that we started with or the one that I just created with you here, and double click and just link it. Link your Padlet here so we can all see what you have created. Is anybody else having that issue, not having the attribution part? Yeah, story. I'm not sure. This is the third time I do this training, and this is the first time something like this happens. My recommendation is contact Padlet and see, because it should have it. Mm. Aw, that is really crazy, because whenever, even after you create a Padlet, it should be something that you have. Right at this point, you guys are working with your Padlets. I'm very excited to see what you have created. And remember that this could be the Padlet that you use. Yes, what you're going to do, Judy, is that I'm going to share this with you. And of course, it sounds a little complicated because this is a big blue button for, teachers and media specialists, but with your students, even though you can teach them how to create their own Padlets and share them with you, usually it's not, something that you would do. Like, at least that's not the way that I have done it. But what you do is that you are going to go to my Padlet. I'm going to go ahead and share that with you again. I'm going to put it in the chat room. Okay. So you click there, and then you would double click on the wall. You're going to go to link. And then I want you to share the link to your Padlet here. So on my Padlet, I'm going to have a collection of all the Padlets that you have created. Oh, she shared here. Let's see what Nancy created. That's another way to do it. And right here we have Nancy's. Super cool. And see, as a person who is looking at Nancy's, I can click on that link and see, oh, I would have to log in. She shared this with me. This is good. Okay, from modify, I cannot save. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened here. So from modify, you cannot save. Well, if this is not if this is like this, that it's not active, it means that your Padlet has been saved already. Let's see, Judith. Look at your icon. Amazing. You can share with me here, or you can do what Nancy did and just send me. Keep working or discard. Click outside of that menu. It might be, let me see. If you go to modify, let's say that I do, let me change the texture of mine and see what happens. If I go there, I need to continue going back and see now, since I made a change, it says I can save it. And then I can close. And once again, remember, this is once you create your virtual board, you only do that once. So your Padlet now is created, you're done. So next time you have your big blue button, you can continue doing using the same board. So once again, if this is my board and my lesson is over, I go to share and I save it as a PDF to my computer. So I have evidence of what I did that day. And then I go to the three dots, clear all my posts for the day, and then my board is ready for the next day. And then since I don't want students to get on it while I'm not there, I go to share and I set my Padlet to private until the next morning. So the next morning, I come back to my Padlet accounts I look for the Padlet that I'm going to use, which is usually the same one. I go to share first, change the privacy to secret, and make sure that it says can write. Go back, and that is the one that you share with your class. Judy, were you able to solve the problem? If you can share your Padlets, oh, great, great, Judy. If you can go ahead and share your Padlet with me, either by adding it to the Padlet that I originally created for the Big Blue Button, or the second one that I created during this lesson, or even, very good, Tori. You are using the back channel. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's good to know. Okay, so if you can share the Padlet with me on the Padlet that I created, or if you can even, just like Nancy did, put the oh, amazing. This is how it looks, guys. Oh, she deleted it, but she posted something that said you shall not pass. This is what students see when it's set to private. So please share your Padlets with me by sharing the link on my Padlet, or even like Nancy did, sending the link through the chat so I can open and we can all see the beautiful Padlet you created. Yeah, see, that is the way that it looks when you set it to private. So the board is kind of locked if you are not there. Yeah, this is just Nancy, the activity, because I just wanted everybody to use their Padlet to share their Padlets, but I can see how that's a little confusing. You would have to double click on my Padlet. Your name would appear here like it did before, and then you take the link feature and just type the address of your Padlet, hit save, and then it'll show in the same space as everybody else. But you shared it, and that's what matters. Everybody saw the beautiful Padlet you created. Thank you for that. Okay, says that Padlet was updated. So let me go ahead and refresh. All right, let's see this one. That one looks so pretty. Okay, right there. This is solid color. Or the background. There's Nancy. Good, Nancy. Let's see what happened here with Windy Ridge Media Center. Oh, she's ready. Carissa's ready for tomorrow. I love it. So one of the things that I do with 5th grade and 4th grade, right now I'm reading Ambrose's Deception with 5th grade. And what I do is that I put the Padlet and I say, okay, as we read, I'm going to give you, time now and then to write questions that you have as you read. So I have Padlets that show that. All right. Oh, Amanda shared hers. Let's see how it looks. This is Amanda's reading strategies with Miss. Oh, I love it. She even has a video of how to activate prior knowledge. So when I click on it, the YouTube video, take a look at how it looks. And then I can just open it in a new window and the Padlet just stays there in the back, but I have my YouTube video over here.
What is activation of prior knowledge? Activation of prior knowledge. A constructivist instructional strategy.
I couldn't Not hear the question until the end. I'm glad, Amanda. And like I said, if you take time to show this to your teachers, they will love it, because many of them were having issues with like, oh, I posted it to Canvas, but then the students needed to go on Canvas and they needed to log in and then download and then, but this is in right there immediate with them, you know, like, let's read this. So there's a link. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to read it. Talk to each other, comment on each other, each other's posts, like someone else's post. There's so many things that can make it interactive. We have 3 more minutes. I hope this was helpful. I know that some of you already said that it was helpful. And my recommendation, guys, just go ahead and use it right away. You know that research shows that if you don't use what you learn within certain amount of time, you will forget it. So just go ahead, try it. You know, the first time might not be wonderful, as wonderful as you expect, but then you will get the hang of it. You're very welcome, Judy. And remember, your teachers might get discouraged when it says it's only 3 Padlets, but remember to present it, or even for yourself, use it as something that you can erase every day, like it's the board in front of your classroom. Yes. No, the Padlet that you create, you can share in any way that you want. It can be on BBB or you can put it on Canvas, however you want. But just make sure to have in mind that if you share it and it is something that you don't want students, I mean, if you want them to see but not add to it, you could say share. You can put it as share, and then the privacy would be secret. But instead of can write, I would put it as can read, so they don't add things to your Padlet when you're not around. Yeah. You're very welcome. All right, Claire, my moderator, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And Claire, I don't know if you have any last words.
No, I think you did a great job. I learned a few things. So thanks very much for doing this.
Okay, you're very welcome. We have 1 more minute. So if you have any questions, my email, you can find me, but my email is this. So if you have any questions throughout the use or creation of your Padlet, you can email me here. Yes, I will. Thank you, Claire. You can email me there, and you can also find our website. I'm the media specialist at Meadowwoods Elementary. Go Manatees. All right, well, thank you so much once again. It is always a pleasure to share things that are successful. I hope everybody continues to stay safe, and I'll be seeing you around. Have a great day.